Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Bradley from Team Demise here, and I played in a regional yesterday at Louisville. I went X3, but I lost in the final round. I already had my invite, so I didn't really care. But I played something I never played before in my life, which is Alter Guys. Shout out to Alex. He basically gave me the whole deck. Um, yeah, I was like, you know what? Let's just try this out. And I was undefeated up until round four. I played against BA in round four and I lost that just due to drawing the same hand 2 games in a row, and just couldn't play Yu-Gi-Oh both games because like my hand was like double spoofing Ash, uh, Torrential, and Strike, and consistently just didn't draw Alter Guys cards. So that was like just super annoying. And then what else was there? Uh, oh, and then I lost in round six to Spiral due to him just opening the nuts in game three. And then round eight, I also lost to Spiral due to him drawing the perfect hand in game two. In game one, and game one, he had Called by the Grave and full Spiral combo, and I was like, oh, well, good job. And then game two, he hard summoned a Super Agent Pop Rivalry, and then he blind a Super Agent, summoned it, pop the Rivalry, and then was like 1-for-1 in the drone, and like his hand was just insane. I just couldn't stop it. But yeah, the deck performed really well. Uh, the matches that I won, though, I guess I'll go ahead and get into that before I talk about the deck list. Round one, I played the Mirror. It was a Yugi tuber, BTRFS or something like that. I can't remember exactly what his channel's called. But he was a cool guy. Um, Round two, I played against Sky Striker Trickstar. That deck sucks. I 2-0'd him. Round three, I played against Goki. I 2-0'd him as well. So my first couple rounds were all 2-0s, and then round four was the BA guy. Round five, I played against True Draco. That was a really intense grind game. Game one lasted 25 minutes. I went through almost every single monster in my deck. Um, yeah, it was insane. I looped manifestations over and over and over, and it eventually won. Round six was the Spiral deck. Round seven, I played against Sky Striker Trickstars, and I 2-0'd him. And then round eight, I lost to the Spiral deck again. But anyway, we'll go and get right into the list. I think the list was really strong, considering the cards that I didn't have. But yeah, 3, Milliseek, obviously the best monster. Search is the best monster. 3, Marionetter. I wish there was more cards to set off of this, because that came up so many times. I was like, man, I wish I could just set stuff other than Solemn Strike and call the Haunted off this card. But I say that, but that's obviously insane. 3, Multifaker. Heart and Soul of the deck. Tilsloquidus. Among Concord. This card's insane. You have to main this card. Like after yesterday, like I won against True Draco in round five, and going into time, like I was already ahead, but he was gonna like he's seen the time, but he attacked, and I was like Concord, and he's like, wow, this sucks. I was like, yeah, I mean, I was gonna win the game anyway if we didn't have to end match procedures, but yeah, this won me the game. This won me a couple of games, just summoning it, negating likenesses and stuff, negating light stage, and yeah, I think that this card was insane. But that's all the Altergeist monsters. I think that was perfect. For the hand traps, 3 Ash, 3 Reaper, and 3 Bell. Bell was okay. I might switch it out for something else. Maybe Valor. Because, like, every time I used Bell, it did the same thing that Valor would have done. So, Bell might just come out. There's only one instance where I belled a quick fix to try to, like, get back into the game. But, no, wait. Yeah, I did bell a quick fix, but, like, I was already losing that game. I was like, you know, I'm just going to try to stall out for another turn before he Spiral combos me. But, you know, yep, that kind of sucked. But yeah, for the spells, 2 Ball of Duality and 1 Pot of Desires. I'm playing 41 cards. I might just cut 1 Duality and just play 40. But the spell lineup was pretty good. I didn't like. I don't know really know how to explain this. Is like they have hard once returns on them, and like you don't want to really resolve desires too much in this deck. Like drawing, it's fine. But drawing multiples is like very bad. That and like you never can resolve 2 in this deck because you need all the resources. So like resolving, you only just ever want to resolve 1, and it's in here if you draw it. It's pretty good. I drew it like twice, and it was pretty good then. 3 Torrential. This was insane. 2 Spoofing. I really like this number. It was pretty good. 2 Protocol. 2 Manifestation. That was the perfect numbers. 2, one of the best cards in my deck was Heavy Duster Storm. Hitting light stages and stuff in phase, like, your Trickstar opponent feels so safe whenever they go light stage, pin this card. Then they set a card, and, you know, do a couple of things, and in phase you flip Duster Storm, pop their 2 sets, and you just win the game on the next turn. You get so far ahead, their light stage doesn't even matter. 2 Solemn Strike. I might play 3 of this. I don't know. Taking out the worst card in the deck. I'll show you in a second. But, also 2 Rivalry. This is the best trap card in the deck. It won me all my matches against Sky Striker Trickstar. Just drawing it, it was insane. 1 Impermanence and 1 Imperial Order. I only had 1 Impermanence. Shout out to Mark. He loaned me this. I don't own any of this card. I haven't bought any of the Flood set except for Multi-Faker. I just bought my own Altergeist stuff. But, yeah. The card, I didn't draw this once, and quite frankly, I would have felt bad if I did because it's a 1-of. And then this card was very bad. This card fucking sucks. Don't play it. Shout out to Dante being our field center for yesterday and our YCS tokens. Feels pretty good. Dante was best monster. For our extra deck, 3 Hexia. I don't know what this one is. Alex told me to play it. It was in his list. This was his list, but I changed it around a lot before I went to the event because I thought his list kind of sucked. He was like, there was some cards I didn't really agree with. That and he didn't have ashes and stuff, so I just switched out a lot of the cards. But yeah, I don't know what this does. I didn't even read it yesterday. It was just in my deck. 1 Link Rebo, 1 Nightmare Phoenix, 1 Cerberus. I summoned Phoenix once. That was okay. For everything else is just cherries targets. Unicorn came up yesterday. I probably put that in the deck too. But yeah. 1 Toad, Shizuku, Kagari, Isolde, Dragon Buster signed by Blair Hunter. 1 Double Helix, Decode. This should have been Unicorn. But 1 Borreload. You can actually summon Borreload, so it's a cherries target and you can summon it, which is pretty cool. For the side deck, 2 Raw Sphere Mode. I sided in it against Goki, but I draw and locked him and he passed. So, yeah, I just won. I didn't draw it either, so it's fine. 2 Droll. I don't own any of this card. These are Alex's, and he only had 2, so I just made it work. 3 Shared Ride. I resolved it once. I drew like 2 cards off of it. It was fine. It was okay. Like, it didn't really do much. 1 Regeki. 2 Anti-Spell. 2 Typhoon. Typhoon was pretty good. Going second against Sky Striker Trickstar, they activate Light Stage, you Typhoon it, and some Multi-Faker in its game. And then 3 Wiretap. Every time I got even lead, I didn't see it. But fun fact, every time I got even lead, I won. Because you just like, whenever you get even lead, a lot of people, whenever they play this deck, they'll be like, say like your board state's like, you have just a couple of cards set and you have Multi-Faker in hand. Like, somebody will just go like, standby phase, like, flip, whatever. Like, this could be like Protocol. This is a bad example. But like, they'll just standby phase, flip it, and then summon Multi-Faker, summon the Siliquidus. And I'm like, why would you do that? In games 2 and 3 especially. Like, you don't even do that in game 1s. Like, that's just super bad. And then all you have to do is just, like, if your opponent has evenly, they're gonna play into your they're gonna evenly you. You're gonna keep a trap that you can just activate. Or like, for this example, we'd probably just like keep Rivalry, and then be like, they go, oh well, summon a guy. You go like, oh no, Rivalry, and then you go Multi-Faker, and you're right back into the game. Like, you probably have like a hand trap or something in your hand. Like, they've already went through battle phase or something like that, so you could probably just like summon the Milliseek because you have Rivalry. They're not gonna do very much. So yeah. But yeah, that was the deck list. I didn't think I'd like this deck at all because it's a trap deck, but like turn 1 is pretty boring because like you just kind of do the same thing every time. But depending on what your hand is, but this deck is more skillful than I thought it would be too, because you really need to be careful on when you activate your trap cards, what trap cards you're activating and like what card, like where you're placing your monsters at. There's a couple of times yesterday where I caught myself placing guys to where I like, it would have been like, well, damn, I summoned this Marionetta in the middle, but it would have been way better if I set him over here. Like 2 turns later, I was like, well, shit, this kind of sucks. But yeah, that and there's like a lot of reads that you had to make, like whenever you draw like double of him, duality. On there's a hand, like one of the most awkward hands I had yesterday was like this multi-faker, and I think it was a hand trap. Yeah, I think it was like cherries or something like that. I was just looking at my hand, I was like, this is one of the awkward hands. I was like, well, you could just be like, make Link Karibo and like guarantee a play for next turn, but like I'm not using multi-faker, so I could probably just be like this, activate duality, try to get a trap card, and if I get any trap card, I just win the game. So like, even though I can't make Link Karibo and search, so I was like, you know what? I took the risk and I got Torrential off of it, set Milliseek, and I just destroyed him. But yeah, that was the deck, guys. Let me know what you all think. This is going to change again, probably in the near future, whenever I give Alex all of his cards back. But yeah, I'm going to set up my own list and whatnot. But yeah, this is Bradley from Team Demise. I'll catch you guys later.